kind of too young and like didn't really pay attention to anything. But I've been twice now as like individual. So
I have never been to New York. Actually, I've been to New York City one time, and my friends told me like, hey, when you get here, I was going to a hotel in Brooklyn, and the next day I was going with them and then staying with them at their like Airbnb. And he said, when you get here and you get into a taxi, act like you're from here. And so when I got in, I didn't really do that. I just kind of like, it was like a Middle Eastern guy. He's like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going to whatever. I have my phone there. But my buddy Joey was like, but put the address in. At that time, it was just maps. Like Waze wasn't around. And I did. And sure enough, this dude took 2 turns the opposite direction. And so I like tapped on the glass. I was like, hey, you missed a turn back there. And he didn't know how my phone opened. And he would kind of like this. And he's like, you from here? And I was like, no, but I come here a lot. And I was at my hotel with like 3 minutes after that, dude. Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
So,
cool.
but I was like, that's actually wild that like that'll get you.
Where was that again?
Like right at Penn Station.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we're live. We were talking about it earlier. How I asked him like, is Joe Rogan ever like just start from the beginning? But like, like I was telling him, some of the guests, he does like that or
right
15 minutes in. So
I heard the reason why he does that is because it like makes it feel more like a genuine conversation.
Right.
You're a part of it.
That's
rather than
gosh, yeah. And
I
you
can see that.
I feel like I recognize that the most with like Robert Downey Jr.'s one, because like as soon as it started, like the logo was going, and then boom, it was like right into like a normal conversation from like the get go. But this is first podcast in a couple weeks. What was the last podcast? It was before we had episode 4 Europe, and then best of 2018-19 compilation. I think it was before that. So it's been like 3-4 weeks we've done a podcast. So Chris Kristina Switzer, welcome.
Switzer, dude.
Switzer, whatever.
Yo, let's play it off like we're cool, dude.
Yeah.
It's alright. Yo, you want to run it back?
Awkward. Let's try that again. Let me just stop the recording.
It's alright. My high school graduation, they said Switzer.
Did they really?
Yeah. So for my college graduation, you know, they give you a card and you write your
Yeah.
name on it. It was Chris and then
Capital I.
SW capital I. And they got it right. Well, the guy actually said Christopher Lee. Yeah. Well, just kind of. He hesitated. He hesitated. And he was like Switzer, and I was like, perfect. That's fine.
Phenomenal. That's awesome. So, what is like the family heritage behind Switzer then?
We're German.
German. Okay, so I guess that or Swiss.
Yeah. So it all comes back to like Schweitzer.
Okay, makes sense.
Swipe through no swiping.
Yeah,
probably the best way to remember it.
There you go. Yeah, easily.
But we've talked about having you guys on for a while, either some sort of collab podcast. So finally, welcome to the channel, the podcast. So
a few months.
Yeah, might be a little bit longer, but I'm sorry. But DJ, have you met them other than like a brief hello in the gym?
I've seen y'all at the gym.
At the gym, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
that's it.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't know if I ever actually introduced. Was like, hey, that's Chris over there.
Well, you said you introduced us, but you said this guy I'm going to Europe with.
Yeah, that's usually how he's known.
That's usually how he introduces me.
this is the guy I'm going to New York with, or Europe, or like, hey, remember that redhead guy on my Instagram? Yeah, it's him. That's the
that
three.
Guy.
Yeah, that guy. That's
I don't need a name. It's fine.
That's like the 3 main things I'll go to. But you guys are fellow YouTubers, whether even though you're big or not, it doesn't really matter. But it's all in the community.
Absolutely.
So I guess we can start there. What kind of explain your channel?
Well, it is just general kind of fitnessy. Well, we started out more like just fitness, and then that is really watered down. Like there's so many fitness channels and things like that, and I think a lot of people can. This is more her idea than my idea, because I want to be like, no, we just want to do workouts and like cool montage with music and edits and stuff, which is fun, but people can't relate to that necessarily. Like I think when people start learning who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, like the Q&As have been a huge hit. Even from some of our closest friends who know us, they like those because they're kind of more raw. You know, there's no music other than like ambient music that I edit in. You know.
But they're more personable, you know. They, in a gym video, all you see is like you occasionally say what you're doing, sweating, music, boom, the end. But like I love Q&As because it's listening to podcasts like we're doing now. Is I've known you guys for over a year from like gym buds, but like not deep down like as like friends or like that.
Yeah, it's very
person
superficial, right? Yeah.
So I think like as like what we've learned is like when you just get down like to the nitty gritty and like what's actually inside and not just the outside, people love it. Because they can feel like they connect more. They might, so.
Also, it's just you get a lot more views if they're girls in butts. For sure. Like,
Yeah.
guaranteed. I think our most viewed video is just a workout video, like a montage video of just her, and it was Sophia and three girls.
Yep. Interesting.
Butts.
How many views does that got?
Actually, I can tell you right now.
I
guarantee.
Did you take notes? We need to go to a gym.
I'm telling you,
hey guys,
it's the most.
No, it's pretty obvious though. Like, if you just search the top YouTubers, like just thinking off the bat, like Bradley Martin.
Well,
like,
he does his videos like how to pick up a girl in the gym, and he asks the cutest girl.
And
in
like
the
he
gym.
always makes sure that's the thumbnail.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's
even if the girl's only in the video for
and it's kind of like you said, like when we were talking the other day, it's like you see the thumbnail, but that clip is actually not even in the video.
Yes.
You're just like, and guys scroll through looking for it too. Like you can't even lie. Like that booty's in here somewhere. I know it is, and it's not. It's just jack dudes walking around without shirts on. You're like, what the heck? Yeah. So all right. So our Q&A has 143 views.
That's good.
The video before that has 766.
Nice.
The same video on my Instagram has 1,200.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
wow.
I think the audience has spoken on that one. It also helps though because
more butts and flashy pants and less chatting.
Deep analytic searching right there.
But when you get two girls or two extra girls, they also reposted it too, so it goes out to the
so triple the men's desire of seeing more butts.
Yeah,
okay,
it's the same reason we have you guys here today. Two more people sharing it.
What they don't know is I have very short shorts on right now.
Yeah, I told you earlier to catch cold when I was in the gym earlier. I was like, oh my gosh, you're not.
You guys coming from the gym now?
Yeah. Yep. Cody was there, but then he wasn't. So.
Dude, I told you.
I
was like, I got a sauna.
No, he said he didn't want to come over and take a shower.
Oh. I did. No, I just ran the sauna first because everyone knows that I'm sauna guy. Like I'm
sauna guy.
No, seriously, because like one of the old dudes came and was like, "Hey, you're a sauna guy." I'm like, never label me as that. Yeah. I'm like,
now, are you fully clothed in sauna or like just shorts?
Fully clothed.
You wear all your clothes,
Thank
socks,
God.
shoes, everything.
100%. Yeah, you can ask him.
I'm gonna get you a personalized like spandex like super suit that says like sauna guy.
Yes.
How about
SS or SG?
Give me the Mr. Incredible
so you can
suit.
wear that
I'll
every
wear
single
that
time.
in the gym every time. I don't know. I think it's just like I tell people when I get off work, whether it's an 8 to 12 hour day, it's the first thing I love to do in the gym after I can finally get out of uniform and stop answering everyone's legal questions. I jump in the sauna with all my clothes on. As I say, it's like sweating out all the bad juju from the day. But to me, also, I'm just like drenched. And I love starting a workout just like drenched in sweat. I don't know. I feel like I can jump right into it, pre-workout or not.
You don't get cold though? Like sometimes, because like we're not doing, like when you were doing like more like rigid bodybuilding, you're not constantly working, which helps keep you sweating.
Yeah,
you know? It's like
I'm
kind
not
of
gonna
walking
lie.
around resting.
I'm freezing for the first 5 seconds, especially the more clothes I wear. And after that, I stop sweating completely, and then I get hot again. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense.
It sounds like
body.
dehydration. That's what that sounds like.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Oh no, 100%. And then so that's why I just like you always see me with like a bottle bigger than this. I'm just like. I'm going to the water fountain. And like one time, one of the guys was like, "Why do you drink so much water?" I was like, "Why don't you?" First off, nosy. And it's because I drink pre-workout, take creatine, and I sit in the sauna. So like, I need water. But
I'm dry. All the water.
Like I told him, I feel like Patrick Star in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I'm just like, "What?" Just like,
you can do it.
Exactly. But how did we get here?
I don't know.
How did we get
Oh yeah,
here?
so back to YouTube.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of podcasts.
That's
You get
right.
all over the place, though.
No, so we, I don't know what it was. Actually, her now ex-stepbrother had mentioned a bunch of times that I should start a YouTube. He said he was like, you should start a YouTube. I wasn't really doing much on Instagram or anything. That like, I don't have a huge following. And then she kind of said that for a little while. And I was like, all right, we'll just make one together. So we invested in a fairly decent camera at the time. We've since upgraded. I like the creating aspect. The only reason why, honestly, we don't put out more is because my laptop right now, I cannot put any more editing software on it. And she always has her laptop. So if we film, I have to be at home. Like, it has to be perfect lineup for me to actually get the video edited.
Yeah.
Is it an older computer?
It's an old.
Yeah, it's
MacBook.
like a 13
it's like
MacBook.
The brick.
I can't get
like that one. It's 6 years old and it's like thick as crap. It's 17 inches, so I have all the.
Yeah, I can't get
It's so
iMovie
slow.
on it.
Yeah.
It's a terrible excuse, but I'm gonna use it. So.
No, but I mean, Yeah, because you reach like a ceiling with what you can download.
Right.
Like the updated software, you have to have like the older stuff on it.
But I guess our goal now, as we put some stuff out, is to kind of get our audience to relate with us. Obviously, fitness is like the foundation of it, like just to promote like what we do, and, like healthy lifestyles, but also show that like
we're humans.
Yeah, it's just normal people who enjoy working out.
Yeah,
fitness and butts gets them in, and then your personality keeps them in.
Emphasis on
well done,
food.
well done.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you
right.
did.
Matter of fact, let's change our name to Fitness and Butts.
Fitness and butts.
Oh my God.
I just saw 2 light bulbs go there. I just saw 2 light bulbs go their heads. You're
It's
like,
hey mom, I'm gonna tell my mom tonight. I'm gonna let you know you're gonna see some stuff. It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We're trying.
gotta do it somehow. But, no, because like I mean, every single time I've mentioned like getting you guys on the podcast, like, yeah, Chris, the most fit guy in the gym. DJ's like, oh yeah, duh, I know that guy. Like I've always like bragged about you guys because you guys are like that power couple between like the gym. You guys have like the greatest chemistry. Like you know everyone. And I feel like you guys have always had like the personalities and like the want to for YouTube, but like you said, sometimes it's just getting the right final pieces to doing it. And that's our issue because like I've always been the tech guy, and it's like every time I go to teach DJ, it's like, well, we both work full-time jobs and we live an hour and a half away, so it's so difficult.
You live an hour and a half away?
Yeah, from
Ish.
Yeah, from you.
What I've noticed too about YouTube is like, all right, so you take some of these like top YouTubers, and you have people who don't understand social media necessarily fully. They don't understand the work and the dedication to standing in front of the camera hours and hours and hours and just putting your life out there. Like people are like, dude, these YouTubers are making thousands of dollars and all they're doing is making videos, but they're working their tails off. And it's like in the few videos, I think we've made about 50 videos, almost. I think it was like 44 ish. Anyways,
That's about like where we're at.
In those videos though, like, not that it's like crazy editing and super long. That's a lot of time, and it's like
lots of hours.
If it's not your full-time job, with most people it's not, unless you're have
subs
or
Beast or PewDiePie or
seriously.
Something.
34 videos.
Okay, so, well, I was way off. Hyper noticed.
But in time spent doing it, it feels like
I mean seriously. So it's like, it kind of gave me a new perspective. So you guys know who Max Tuning is?
Yes, I want him on my podcast.
Max Tuning is
should have him on your podcast.
Is a hella strong guy. He's a skinny boy, has the smallest calves in the world, but he's so strong. He has a hell of a channel, and he does like awesome edits, but he also has a ton of lifestyle. He gets you included with his businesses and stuff. And I look at like what he does. Now, granted, we're just totally different financial levels and everything, but
he had to work his way there though.
Yeah, exactly. And literally, it's just by literally not putting the camera down. And now he films things, and you can see people in the background, and he just doesn't care. This man will hold his camera, in his face by himself, acting like there's thousands and thousands of people on the other side of that camera, and I'm just like, that's respect.
And there's probably like old dudes behind him, like, what is that idiot doing with his camera in the gym?
But
he doesn't
even
care.
In the gym,
it takes a certain personality to be able to do that. Like, it takes practice in order to.
No, it really does.
Like that. Like I was just in New York this past weekend with my girlfriend, and like we were doing a little recording. Like we're gonna see if we can make a video out of it, and like just walking through the street, it was like, keep the camera low, like don't make it obvious, like the camera's down here, like not like this,
right?
And then just like you walk past them and you like have them like glance their head, it's like, oh, they know.
Yeah,
it's a bad thing.
I've been found out. But you're right. That's like,
it takes practice.
It's the confidence, like to have that arm fully extended. You get the full view. You're out here like saying the word, like, yo, what's up? I'm a vlogger. Judge me.
Yeah. And now that we sit there and talk about it, we've progressed, but I feel like we should have progressed more, because I feel like when I go back and watch some old content, I don't know if you've ever gone back and watched any of this stuff, but like from our Canada road trip we did back in college, like 2-3 years ago, we had a group of college buddies, good chemistry, but like every time a camera was up, half the guys were like, because people were around. But like
best
now,
stuff is when you don't know the camera's rolling.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what we did is like there was 5 of us, and 4 to 5 of us had a camera, between a GoPro, a camcorder, or just an iPhone. And every other like time, someone new was recording, but we never knew who. So we just like lived our life, and the content was like naturally funny, and nothing was planned. Now, unless you're like, hey guys, what's up? You're interested in video? I don't like that's, you have to do it. It's necessity. So I feel like with Europe, we got better at actually, instead of hiding it. Like some of the stuff it was, if we were in like a quieter place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be rude at the same time, especially if you're
Yeah.
like not from the
Like,
area. So
Yeah, because like, oh, who are these ignorant Americans, and like, the small German town, like, get out of here, you're so loud, you're ugly, get out
you have
of the
that
street,
XL
you know?
DSLR too. That's on like a 10-foot monopod. It's just way out.
Well, it's just, I mean, yeah, I don't want to be like, oh, like the group of 50 Asian people, like the Grand Canyon, were like, selfie, and they're like, next thing you know, half them fall off like the Grand Canyon and their cameras and everything. I don't want to ever be like that person who's like, oh, you despise them for being in the way.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we still did a better job at like, I think when I went back and watched your Germany video, we're just like standing in random places like Berlin, just like recording, and we didn't care. So
It's also more accepted. It's like as time continues and social media just keeps taking over and taking over.
It's a weird time because there's nothing you can really compare it to something in the past.
No,
like,
absolutely not.
YouTube in general is becoming, to like the newer generation, I think like our generation's kind of the start of it. It's becoming like the TV.
100%.
Like I'll always make like when we were in London, we were talking to Steve, and we were trying to explain to him because like their kids are younger and they're like into YouTube and all that, and he's like he doesn't really get it, and I was trying to explain to him like, so like when you were young or like right now, you'll watch a TV show because you like what's going on, you think it's funny, you enjoys whatever, like 30 minutes of your life, like you're happy spending that watching that TV show. Well, now people have YouTube, and it's like you find that personality that you like, it's entertaining, you make them laugh, whatever, and you just they post something every week, 10-15 minutes, and like it's your TV now. And then over time you kind of build up a subscriber list. You have 10 people that you rely on, post something once a week, and it's like that's your TV now, and it's the exact same thing.
Now it literally is YouTube TV.
Yeah.
I mean, now you can pay for it and get everything else on TV, but you're exactly right. I think more people are going to YouTube.
And it's better than TV in a lot of ways because it's more customizable to the person.
100%,
Right.
yeah.
You really choose, like if your focus is fitness, then you have your 10-15 people that's fitness-based, and it's the personalities jive with yours. Right. What they're doing is something that you want to do, and it's way more customizable than watching TV, and it's, I don't even know what
they just play whatever.
TV.
Yeah, they play
exactly.
whatever the lineup
and it's
is.
like the only thing that you actually like is only at this day on this hour,
right?
And that's it.
Shoot, you could watch all your subscriber or your people you subscribe to, and as soon as all their new videos are gone, the algorithm of YouTube automatically is like, oh, they like fitness, and they like this. Next thing you know, you're watching 2 other people that you never heard of, and
exactly.
And it's that vloggy stuff if that's what you want.
Yeah, and I think that's what's like so neat about it, because if you're just watching Xfinity or DirecTV, you have to flip through 1,000 now channels, and like, oh, you have HD of this version, you have the old movie of this, but then like you said, like there's no such thing as an algorithm. You have to go and find it.
And the cool thing with Steve was like when we were explaining this to him, like a light went off in his head. He was like, "Oh yeah, now that you mention that, about 6 months ago, I started trying to teach myself how to play guitar." And I looked up on YouTube, like, how to play guitar. And this guy popped up, and he does a cover of a different rock song every week. And he always posts it on Wednesday or whatever day it was. And he was like, I watched it one week, and then I watched a few of his, and I realized, oh, he posted these every Wednesday. So the next Wednesday, he got on to see if he had posted, and now he watches them weekly. And I'm like, that's the exact same thing. Like, you found somebody that you like for whatever reason. You like his personality, you like what he's doing, and now you're in his little bubble. Like, you're watching his thing every week the exact same way you turn on to watch Friends every Friday or whatever.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's what's really cool is like, and it's been an inspiration for you guys, and you guys will see it as definitely when you have your next chapter in the Midwest. Wink. But like, but with us, like with the podcast, like we got consistent, and that's what like you have to take it a step by step, because if not, you'll psych yourself out. And like for us, like we want to do all these podcasts. We want to start, like I was saying, we want to go like some of these other videos where we interview people like outside, like Kevin Smith. Like we have so much, and then our travel videos. So then it's a matter of finding your right pattern of like every Wednesday, boom, or every other week, or one Saturday's podcast, Wednesday videos, which we try to do. So like once you establish that, then you build off of it.
Yeah, that's a diligence though. You got to pay attention because
it's diligence.
Like you have to
very time.
Yeah.
Because like, and even like if you go back and look at your YouTube stats, like they'll say, hey, here are your peak hours. Here's when you should post. But if you're posting, let's say you have your travel videos, and everyone really likes your travel videos, but they watch on Tuesdays. But your podcast viewers know things come out on Sundays, but you're posting like that's the stuff that.
Dude, it's and
there's so much.
It stresses me out.
It's
dude.
work. I mean, it's like
it is. It stresses me out, especially since like I've been telling him, because especially with my job, and I always kind of ran it all, and now I'm trying to like have him and his brother kind of help post stuff between the different social medias. Is like YouTube is so hard to just post and then boom, you just expect everyone to watch it. But that's not how it works, because it's either word of mouth or you have to push it. And because not everyone's going to, let alone subscribe at first, let alone hit the little, bell to push notification.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's why our first biggest social media outside of YouTube is Instagram. It only has like 400 followers or a little less. So I don't really know or care, but we'll post a picture, link like a thumbnail, link in the bio, and we'll get like maybe 20-30 likes to the post and an extra like 50 views, which has been really nice. Well, then I found the next one's like Snapchat. It's really weird, and it all depends on your content in the video, because podcasts seem to have a total different reaction than like our Europe video or our travel videos.
It's a different crowd watching.
Exactly, and it's so stressful, and that's why it makes me so mad when people are like, "Oh, you guys are too slow with this," or "You guys need to post on this." Say like, "Actually, jerk, listen, and this is why we do this." So.
Have you tried Facebook ads? Apparently, that's like most people, and even Gary Vee was saying that Facebook advertising right now is like one of the top ways. Like, let's say you have a video you guys are super proud of, like the Europe one probably would be a good one. And
you can also promote on Instagram too.
Yeah, you can promote, but if you pay for Facebook ads, so whatever you pay, and they run it a certain amount of times, but if they're running it at the wrong times, still you're not hitting. But like, so here's the thing, like I realized, so you post on Instagram, right? You get your 50 likes or whatever. You're like, all right, now I go on Snapchat. Problem is, normally the mutual friends are on Snapchat.
Yes.
So the same people like, I've already seen this, so that's where like you have to like, I'm stuck or I have to pay. And most people are like, I'm not about to fork out $50 for 100 ads,
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, exactly. Like,
so
even if you get a like per dollar, to me, it's still not worth it, because I'm like, as we've talked about it, it makes us happy when it's natural. And that's what I was telling you earlier, is like when we had David on, who, yes, is a big YouTuber, and yes, he was kind enough to share with his community. Regardless, it was so cool just to network with someone that totally isn't even related to our channel. Like, we're traveling, podcasting, and lifestyle. He's like freaking Lego.
Right.
But it still had almost like 700, 800 views, which was super cool. But it was all natural. We didn't have to pay for anything. It was just word for mouth, and hey, let's collab, and that's what happens.
And what's nice about those subs you got too, those people didn't subscribe because he was on your show. They subscribed because they like your channel.
Exactly, because he's Lego. We're not.
Right.
And so
that's obviously whatever you got from it, they liked what you're doing. So.
Exactly. So I think that's why.
Yeah. Or maybe there's a lot of fingers slipped trying to get out of it.
Oh, don't tell me that.
I'm sweating now. Oh, maybe you're not sweating because you're dehydrated still. So.
Oh my god. I don't know. So I think just seeing it naturally flow in is it's been a big confidence booster. Now, of course, where we kind of took 2 weeks off on podcasting, and I think we've gotten like only a subscriber in the last 2 weeks because we're back to just the travel content. We took a break from podcasts. We got busy. We kept like at least a decent bit of views, but like it went down because like not only was I trying to naturally just post it, a quick share on one social media and call it a day, it still got out to a lot of people. And as we were talking, which is really weird, and I never really cared for it, but it's actually kind of important, is likes. YouTube likes or whatever. YouTube Shush. YouTube likes, like on the video, like I never really thought it really meant anything other than we were informed that even if someone dislikes it, the fact that you're having subscriber or viewer interaction, it pushes it higher up. So that's why, like, if you search I don't know, Bohemian Rhapsody lyric video, but you're looking for like maybe a chipmunk version, how people do that weird stuff, but let alone if you search it, it can only have 100 views, but just because you have interaction, it's going to bump up the list. Now for us, it can be, someone could search like Lego like podcast, and it'll be up on the list because we got like 48 likes and 1 dislike, 700 some views, and then like I think 20 comments. Was like, it was not only super cool, but just seeing that interaction.
Comments was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was pretty cool seeing people like comment like nice video or really entertaining, good listen or something like that.
And just and random people too, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
and
one guy was like
you.
from Atlanta, is like, I would love to collab and be on y'all's podcast. I'm a Lego YouTuber in Atlanta. I'm like, do it.
Yep.
Like, let's sure.
And it's
then
really
buy your
cool.
flight.
And like especially with like what we're trying to do, I'm sure it's probably the same way with you guys, is that like one of the goals of like what we're trying to do is to kind of build somewhat of a community where it's like people who enjoy traveling or seeing different things. Like, so when we traveled to Europe, we stayed at hostels while we were there. And I'm just kind of thinking this on the spot now. But like when you're there, it's like really cool because you interact with other people who are also traveling, and you guys are just kind of running into your path at this point. But then you guys are both kind of separate and go to different ways, and you share stories and you give tips and all that kind of stuff. And it's really cool. And it's like, what if we did some kind of like a online hostel, but it's like our channel, right? Where it's all these different people who like to travel, like whatever
cool.
we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like just a place where people can come together and like kind of share ideas and then go on these different ways and then use those ideas.
All right, I have a name for you. You're gonna want this man on your show, Kennedy Carey.
Mm-hmm.
This man travels all.
Do you know him?
Yeah, close.
We're
all
good
over the
friends.
world. And most of the time he
contacts.
travels, he pays
Look him
for
up on
free.
Instagram. And
Kennedy
just look at
Carey.
his,
What?
yes.
Most of the time when he travels, it's he pays minimal expenses because he uses
That's exactly up our alley.
credit card stuff.
Yeah, that's literally what I did. I literally applied for a new credit card just to use the bonus money to pay for like half of our plane
Yo,
ticket.
yeah,
Man,
you
is
need.
this-
I'm gonna link you up.
Josh,
You
I
need him.
actually-
Wait, it's all your secrets.
Has this guy donated plasma to go to a trip?
No, but I'm sure it depends what
We
it was.
Donated
Oh,
in
they don't
college
know.
a lot, I think.
Did
Yeah.
he in college?
Yeah, just to get money.
We
Yeah,
donated
we did that in
like
college just to pay for a Canada
pints.
trip.
Yeah, like we raised like $1,200 between four
We
of us.
did the math. Like we went in there the first time to see like what it was like.
The first time's like $50, isn't it?
It's actually pretty solid money.
Yeah, so
And
for
like especially when we were going because it was like around Christmas time, so they were doing like deals like donate.
yeah,
Christmas
donate-
deals on plasma.
Donate
Dude,
like
we
4
cheated the
times,
system, so-
or like donate 5 times in a month, or have 5 people come in with you, 5 buddies or whatever, and you get like an extra $100 something like
So
that.
what it was is I look it up. I'm like, all right, this place is legit.
played
It's
the
probably yeah. So we literally play the crap of this place. So I go in and I think maybe he or someone else applies, and there's a group of 5 of us because we're all going on this trip. Well, you sign up and you get a bonus, but every referral you get a bonus, and every time they do their first donation, they get a bonus, and then you also get a bonus for getting the. It was the weirdest
Meanwhile,
thing.
all
But it was
this
a
money is going in one pocket.
But it was a bonus
It's
on
all
bonus
going
on
to the trip.
bonus. So we went from thinking we were going to get a couple $100 to cover gas to paying for everything that we did, except like food and souvenirs.
That's awesome.
Which
Yeah.
was gas, 36 hours on way, gas, 36 hours back, $350 for a nice resort in Banff National Park. We paid for a snowshoe tour, a wolf dog sanctuary tour, like everything just from donating our plasma from our blood.
That's sweet.
Lit.
Yeah.
I have a friend who used to buy video games that way.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
All the
smart.
time, Dimitri.
Pretty much one donation.
He's a grown man.
One
And
donation, you get a game.
he literally would he would go in twice a week, and that's how he would then he would take an old game and trade it in, and then buy a new one, and then he'd go donate plasma, and this is a grown man, but smart. Obviously, he's not
Text me
spending.
Kennedy
It's a way.
Carey right
Yeah, I will.
now. I need to get on that.
Yeah, he will. He's a cinematographer or a
Wedding.
videographer.
Sweet.
But his content is phenomenal. Like his work is phenomenal.
Right. You're selling this guy to us right now.
No, dude,
Free advertisement.
Ever since what you said, like this is exactly who you want on your channel. I mean, he travels a ton. He stays in so many hostels. He just biked across Israel,
That's awesome.
That's so
right?
cool.
It was Israel, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like,
That's eventually like what I would eventually love to do for like not I don't want to say a living, but just like my life. Like I told myself I'm a 30-year-old bachelor. I'm doing that. I'm just gonna like just buy a van and get a dog, and we're gonna go on a long road trip for like 6 months. But no, I think he described it like best is like that's what we want our podcast to like solely be is almost like a crossroads of culture and like passion because like someone's gonna see this and maybe it might not be Sunday when this video drops. Or this podcast drops, it might be 3 months from now, but someone's gonna see it and want to connect with you guys. Like, oh, well, I want to learn about their fitness thing. Hey, do this video. That's all it takes is like one person. And like I was saying earlier about a potential guest, Lieutenant Governor, that I was telling you about earlier. Like all it takes is like for one person from like his like entourage or their entourage or like someone that follows them.
it.
Next thing you know, it just falls in the right hands. Like, I want to be a promoter. Like or maybe I just want to collab, and it can just be, and it just keeps bouncing and bouncing and bouncing step by step. So, dude, you need to write that down. That was well done.
Thank you.
And
Right off the top of my head.
I like how you mentioned. By the way, it's off the top of my head. Well done.
Yeah. I knew where I was going with it, but I didn't know how I was going to get there.
Right.
Nah, this man had an hour and a half to drive here. He had that thing right here.
And stuck
That's
in
true.
traffic.
he said
No,
as soon as they open the door, I'm going right through that thing.
I spent the whole drive working on that whole little entrance.
That whole bit.
I practiced it all the way here, yeah.
That's awesome.
You should have walked in and said, "Where's my drink? Where's my drink?"
Oh gosh. I
Cool.
guess back to your YouTube. So you kind of talked about how like starting it and what your channel is now. Seeming like you want to getting more serious with it, especially in the coming months, and you got a lot of stuff coming for YouTube. What is something that you're going to change or do differently, or make it more personal, bring out more of that personality you guys are talking about?
So I would probably say more of just candid filming, more like B-roll mindset type of thing.
Oh yes.
To where it's not so rehearsed. We're not like, okay, we're gonna film this today. Like we just film, and then we put something together, and then that's it. Because for a while, when we were just doing the workout stuff, I think we did like 2 or 3 chest day videos in a row, and I was like, we've got to do something different.
At least do legs or better.
Every day
Yes.
chest
Yeah. It was like chest, legs, just over and over. And I was
Right.
like, oh my gosh.
But that's when we started incorporating more lifestyle. But
That's the difficult thing with workout videos too.
yeah, you only work out 8 different
Yeah.
8 different body parts,
Yeah.
muscle groups, if
Okay.
you will, globally speaking.
Yeah.
8 different like,
Gotcha.
sections of the body.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we just want to add more of I think I told you a long time ago. I was trying to figure out like what our style is, like
Yeah.
what I want to
The
like.
niche.
Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah, I want to. What's the word I'm looking for? Develop that niche and, but also just more butts.
And fitness.
And fitness. No, but
You gotta add that part. You can't just leave.
I think for a while, like especially when we first started doing the more vloggy lifestyle type stuff, I felt like we were trying to like force a niche on our channel, and we weren't really like there.
Yeah.
It didn't feel right. And personally, with my Instagram, I'm starting to feel like I'm like just being myself, authentic, and people are like responding well to it. That's the goal for the YouTube. We just haven't quite gotten to where it feels
The right
Right.
wavelength.
yeah, to where it feels like it's natural and people are engaging with what we're doing. And it could just, I mean, I don't really know exactly what it is, but
well, I don't think we're filming enough to like.
well,
It's
no.
kind of like one of those things you have to do it, and it kind of just falls in.
Yeah.
You know, it's like what feels right. Like, oh, we've been doing this for 3 months now, and
Right.
people
like,
seem to like it. But
No.
Even when Max first started his channel, I've been following him since the very start. You have too, just in a very different way. And he he was pretty similar to the way he is now, but
Right.
it was just more awkward. He was still finding his niche too, and then he just got a lot more comfortable in front of the camera, and people started really liking his quirkiness. And I think that's gonna come with us. It's just we just have to be a little bit more natural with it, and not so planned and like back day with the girls.
that's true. We do. I mean,
Back
we
to
do
the
have-
girls and not just legs.
Right, right. Seriously, I think too is like you have to create opportunity to create. Makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, and so I think because we do have some bigger plans coming up between now and summer, that'll allow for us to get behind the camera or in front of the camera, I guess, in front of the lens.
Behind, front.
You know,
Both.
both. Yeah.
Someone's gonna be somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think globally we just need to film more and create more opportunity to
Right.
allow the viewer to understand who we are.
Yeah, just more opportunities for them.
Right, 'cause, like,
to
we don't-
see.
We don't do anything fancy or special. Like we just work normal jobs and
But people like that though.
Right.
Deep down.
right.
You know?
But the problem is they don't know it because we don't ever take them along on our journey. So we
Yeah.
gotta
So you were
start-
talking earlier, like right at the beginning, about how like the industry or the fitness area is so saturated right now. It's really saturated with like that carbon copy like fitness, where like the personality
Yes.
is what makes it unique. Like there's not an oversaturation in personality. Like there can never be oversaturation in
right.
personality.
Yes, because everyone's so different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like that's the key to stand out. And like you look at the top fitness people, and they have personalities.
Very distinct, yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that and bouncing off of that. So just the other day, I was on like the search tab, and since I follow a lot of the fitness stuff for like Bradley Martin to Callum von Moger,
Fit Caruth.
and then oh my god,
love Callum.
he makes fun of me and calls me Fit Caruth because the one post that I did.
Cody Cruz fit.
Yeah, like he wants me to do this so bad. I'm like, no, never. Maybe one day, but I don't know. It's just like I don't know.
Never. Okay.
But
Never gonna do it. Stop asking.
anyways, I'm just like scrolling through there, and like half of it is the same looking dude with his like veins popping, the same like sweat around his body. I'm like, you're nothing special to the next guy that can scroll and see. And then same thing for the females. It's like Gymshark and all the different. But the thing is, I think is like what I like with people like you guys or like the ones that are top shot is like I actually know you're trying to put your true personality. Them, it's just a quick picture and whatever sells. Like a girl's poking her butt out and a dude just got like his veins popping.
Mm-hmm.
There's no personality behind it. And if you actually click on their channel, it's the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
Now, bouncing off that, the chick from Virginia Tech that is like, what's her name again?
Katrina.
College Clean Eating
Yes,
or whatever thing
Katrina.
is. Yes.
She lives
So
in Denver now.
yes, which you said you like followed her like someone knew her from Virginia Tech because we went to college is an hour away. But so like, but you followed her before she was big, before she was like really fit. But like, I'll see her stuff all the time, but you can see her true personality. But if you don't really know who she is, someone like the reason that she's grown so much is because she has a personality.
Also, her butt.
Oh,
phenomenal.
Yeah, I was getting there.
It keeps coming up.
I was getting there. Yeah.
In a roundabout way.
It takes a while
Well
to
done.
get around.
That's right.
Yes, and she's like a freak of nature.
Yes. Yeah, she seems like a good time.
Yeah,
Not in a weird way. I didn't mean that in a weird way.
you don't.
But
I didn't even take it that way, and I'm a dude. So I think we just go. I was like, okay.
okay, yeah.
Might be a good collab.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Just shoot that DM. And then Christina be like, hey, well, let's work out sometime. Boom, you're in.
Do you ever
Just
look
like-
at like
100%.
Instagram?
It's gonna happen.
That'd be so awesome.
It's gonna
And
happen.
tell her when
Maybe
she comes back to
months.
VA to do a podcast with us.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
That'd be
We'll
awesome.
FaceTime in.
Deal.
Do you ever look at Instagram and you see, like, there's this one guy that keeps popping up my search feed, and I don't follow him because they just put workouts up, and I'm like, but they have 200 to 500,000 followers, and this guy has like, not trying to knock him because he does work out hard, but he just does everything that everyone else does at the gym, but he has 200 and I think it's like 73,000 followers. I don't know his name. He's I don't think he's
Instagram
American.
though is just consistency. Like if you post every day, every other day, eventually people are just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna follow him. Whatever.
Right, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying though is like, but the reason why I don't follow him is because I mean, he doesn't really do anything that.
It's generic.
He's just average.
Yes, but I think maybe I would if I like knew who he was. You know, like he put up some more. But this Instagram, that's not his thing. Obviously, he knows exactly what he's doing because it's
Right.
succeeding for him.
But
it's
maybe
the
he
same
does
thing.
post his personality on his stories. You just don't know because
No,
you
he
don't follow him.
That's a good point.
He doesn't. I know. We're good DM friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
Nice.
secret?
Yeah. Hey
Ooh,
man,
give me some
text me back.
His personality is boring.
Yes.
People like that.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that's something that you might change for yourself? Because, like, I love your stories.
Mhm.
They're freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
And so
so-
random. Like, she's really good and consistent with the workouts, and like she's literally someone that you should follow if you want to actually learn how to do something. Whereas another girl is just like poking her butt out. I'm like, how do
Right.
you have 50,000 followers? No one cares. You're doing
Right,
the same
I
thing.
know. It's
Yeah.
just,
Or for you, actually trying to inform someone, you
Which
also
is
have like your own personality. you
so makes me so mad.
Yes, I agree. And like,
It's
but I can still see your own personality between the two of you, and that's why I get so irritated whether it's like fitness or just like travel stuff for us. So we're not asking, for all these likes and followers. It's just we're trying to share, what we
Our
know.
lives, right,
Exactly.
yeah.
So like,
no,
what
I don't
else-
plan on. I don't plan on changing my. Like to me, if you don't know me, I have a very dry sense of humor. Like very. Like
Just
I've held
just like
back on
Cody
so
and
many
his,
comments on this.
water.
Yeah, seriously, yeah, super dry. Stay thirsty, my friends. But like I've held back on so many comments here because I realize like if you can't see me and you don't know me very well, I can be a douche if you don't know me. Like if you like I don't try to be, but I make jokes, and if
You're
you
just
don't know
naturally
me,
so sarcastic.
yeah, if you don't know me, you'll think I'm being serious, and
Yeah.
I am not. Like I'm honestly, it drives her insane, and
There-
some of my
yeah,
other
there
friends
are still
because
sometimes where I'm like,
I'm
are you being serious?
like
Or-
she needs me to be serious, and I'm just not being serious.
Right.
But with Instagram, I'm just kind of like, it is what it is.
Whatever.
Yeah, but like
know.
I feel like once they realize that, but people like that though. Like once they actually follow you and get to know you,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey, that
exactly,
Chris
yeah.
guy, he's a knucklehead, but he's funny. Like he has that like constant overdramatic like sarcasm, but people like that once they truly get to know you. So now I was wondering if you'd ever actually like change, but I'm glad you're not.
No, I mean
So.
I try to change every day.
Never change breed.
Yeah, I change.
Yeah,
every day.
never change.
Yeah, I grind every day.
Never change swItzer's. Never change.
That's right. swItzer's, nailed it, dude. This podcast is over. That's all it came for.
Gets the golden stamp.
That's right.
Did you think of Swiper no swiping?
Shut up.
So, all right, so funny. This actually won't be funny to you guys at all, but I used to play.
Try me.
I used to play competitive paintball.
Okay.
And
Is that the joke?
no.
I know a guy who played competitive Pokemon cards, so no, it's not weird. Go.
Okay, so, but with the last name Switzer and with Dora the Explorer, the Switzer no wiping used to be the thing all the time. Instead of Swiper no swiping, they'd always be like, Switzer no wiping. Because apparently I
No
cheated
wiping
all
what?
the time.
Yeah,
Paint,
what's
hits.
wiping?
So if you get shot, and you're behind your bunker,
that's
and
actually a thing?
you're just like, oh yeah.
Dude, I don't know
Isn't it
paintball
still on
now.
your hand? Like,
No, because, I mean,
that's what I would've
if you
thought.
get shot,
No, see what you would do is you just be like, I was trying to save somebody and their paint got on me.
well, then they're going to
I was
ask,
trying, I was trying to
you're trying to take
cover-
one for the team.
then they're gonna say this: no one saves anyone in this game. No, you can like
All
rub,
men left
you can
behind.
like rub up against the bunker, or like if you
Like
get
dirt or
shot
something.
going into it, you like dive on the ground and you can lose it that way. Or sometimes if you're like shooting out the right side of your
Switzer
bunker.
no wiping, I like
Did you
that.
cheat?
Oh yeah, I cheat a lot. Everyone does. You know, it's not cheating unless
You
you
got
get
a
caught. I
nickname for a
mean,
reason.
but I mean
Oh.
now they have so many refs on the field. It's really hard. But I mean, I still watch some podcasts of the events and videos and stuff, and even the commentators will see it, but the ref may not see it. And
Right.
like, they'll be shooting out the right side, and they'll clipped off their loader, and then they'll just go inside, and as they go inside, they'll drag it across the bunker, and it's gone. You know,
Diving into
I feel like
the
there's real
world
skill
and I'm
behind
lost.
that.
it's fine. I won't go too deep. I could go real deep.
Please don't, because. But now every time I watch a paintball video, I'm like, let's see like Switzer
No,
no
we'll have
wiping
to-
things happening here.
You can come back on because I'm interested in that. That's cool.
He watches paintball all the time. He'll just watch paintball on YouTube.
All she hears in the
What
background
the
is like,
heck are you doing? Yes. Yes.
and I just can feel her looking at me, and she's like,
Yes.
"Are you done?" I'm like, and I use here, click, 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 and turn the
Yes.
volume down.
That's
So
awesome.
funny. Even sometimes he claims that he's like trying to knock the crumbs off of his hands when he's eating, but sometimes he'll be like doing little like paintball
She calls
fingers.
them paintball fingers.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, just clean my
No, I
hand
do,
off.
because like
I'm
you ever
"You've
get
been doing
salt
it
on your
for
fingers,
5
like if you're
minutes."
eating fries and stuff, but you don't have like you don't want to grab a napkin every time you eat fries, and I don't like the leftover salt and grease on my fingers, so I just kind of shake them off like that, and it
But
falls
why
off.
is it in between your fingers? Like, I don't understand.
I just like the salt in between my fingers.
Okay.
He's holding
Gets
on to
the
a piece of his
fries.
paintball cell.
That's why he picks them up.
Yeah, he
like
thinks of the fries
chopsticks.
like a cigarette.
Oh, that's
You
nice.
wank.
And I put them down my
wanker.
throat.
That's
You're a
hilarious.
weirdo.
That's
You're
awesome.
great.
So with the, oh my god, how do we get the paintball now?
No, this is our life.
Podcasts are just rabbit trails.
Yes,
dude.
but that's what I love about it because
Yes.
like I was telling him that's like this is what I look forward to because everything is so like systematic and scheduled to where like this is just what is
You
happening.
just
now?
wilded out.
Yeah.
for
I
your
had
part,
39 questions scheduled, and we asked two.
Two.
Exactly, and that's kind of like how we before our first podcast that we actually had someone on and was like, all right, let's just write down all these questions. They're like, never mind, let's not write down any and just go.
The only
It's like an
time,
interview.
Yeah,
the only time we like wrote anything down was for the Star Wars review. Like we saw the movie beforehand. We
Yeah.
took like a nice list of like things that we thought about the movie, like so like we wouldn't forget them. And I think we maybe touched like 2 of the
2 out of like
that we
50.
got.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're like, oh crap.
You just debate about lightsabers the entire time.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Star Wars is more than that, sir.
Apparently,
Oh god.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
teasing.
It's like,
I was gonna open that can up,
Yeah.
but I'm just teasing.
Oh god. All right, fighting. Let me get the boxing gloves.
That's right. Yeah, I didn't know it was fake. I thought it was like definitely nonfiction.
Wait, what?
Star Wars. I thought it was nonfiction.
this is.
I'm
okay.
kidding. I'm just teasing. Look,
I was
I'll be
waiting.
in the truck. I'll be in the
nerds.
Oh,
What were you gonna
This
ask?
is a guy obsessed with guys shooting each other with paint.
That's right.
Yes.
Grown man watching grown men just sling paint around a dirt
Yeah.
At
field.
least I'm swinging a.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I like Star Wars.
We don't do the. We're not Jedi. We have blasters.
Duh.
Oh, okay. What are those people called?
there's lots. Clones,
Yeah.
bounty hunters,
It's
rebels.
a stupid question, really.
Okay.
Idiot.
Yes, whites are no
You can
wiping.
Take those candy canes with you.
Candy
Right
canes.
home.
Wait,
I've been eyeing them all night long.
Oh.
Do you want one?
No, I was teasing. I really don't.
I have
want
some.
one.
if
No,
you-
I really don't. Want one.
Actually, I have like too many of them.
My
to
mouth
want
is
one.
dry from that last argument we had. So.
Oh my gosh. Need some water? And some ice chips?
Yeah.
You should have on too long too.
Yeah. Well, I thought like I was just getting the pressure cooker for there for a second.
About what?
The nerd comment really set him off.
Oh. About
Yeah,
Star
those were
Wars?
fight words, champ.
I think I saw a glimmer of hatred in Cody's eye.
Were you surrounded by Star Wars stuff in here? I have a lot of it. I'm a nerd, so.
No, I actually have nothing against Star Wars.
Good.
But I have some coworkers that are really into it, and I definitely stir that pot.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I
I
make the
keep my eye on
nerd.
you, instigator.
Yeah, just
Or
a
do you
little
find
bit.
out
He
what
likes to
they
stoke
like
the
and then just
fire
say
a
the
little
opposite
bit.
of it?
No, I make weird comments like, "Where's the Velociraptor come into play?"
It's not Jurassic
And
Park.
they should know me better, right? They should know me better, but they don't.
You come in and be like, "Is that old guy Gandalf?"
Right?
Or-
Yeah. And I'm like, so who kills Darth in this one? Like, actually, you gotta understand. So we flash back and then we come back. I'm like, I was just teasing. I don't actually care. I like the movies, but I don't
You
get
should just be a
into it.
professional instigator. Someone out
Yeah,
there will pay you.
right?
Someone might.
Someone out there might pay
A
you.
lot of people have guns these days.
I can
so.
see Cody's blood pressure raising.
Yes,
As
it's
you
not-
talk
It was going back down
His
until he started making more
nostrils
jokes.
flared.
If you make a comment on how angry he's
Like,
getting,
Cody's
you're
not
gonna keep
laughing.
I was
getting
in the
on.
back of my mind saying, "You're in the sauna. You're in the sauna. You're in the sauna."
If I
Relax,
disappear,
relax.
I'm at his house.
I'm at his
Yeah.
house.
I don't know where that is because I can't put it on here.
Wait.
Put your address on the podcast.
I will kill you.
7201.
There it is. You heard it right there. He just read. I'm gonna clip this up. And I will kill you. I'm gonna die. I will kill you. I will kill you.
Blair Witch Project
That's
times
right.
2.
Oh my god.
Baited him right into that one.
Gosh, you instigator, you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What was your question again?
What?
Hmm.
Where did
I think
just
we answered
go?
it.
I'm
I don't know. I'm
confused.
sorry. Somehow we got on paintball. Oh
I don't remember.
no, it was
Talk
before
about rabbit holes. We're so far down the rabbit hole. We came out and into China somewhere. Just
Yeah.
like
Now we're
dug it so deep.
confused. Dave's
Oh no,
confused.
the last question like 25 minutes ago was what pertained to what can we expect for like new from your channel, and you guys started to answer like the lifestyle and just bring out more of your niche, not being
We're
afraid to like just even
updating.
record.
I thought you asked that, but sorry.
No, I did, but like we were still answering.
Yeah,
I
we were
guess.
still, and then you just
Sorry.
started going
Yeah, we'll get into
elsewhere.
So what exactly is on your YouTube channel?
Because
So we've got tons of workout videos. We have a lot of stuff about the Shred Shed.
Mhm.
So there's some stuff in there about that.
What's that?
And then that is our...
because you're completely in the dark about these guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So back in
Yeah, nerd.
It's a strategy.
That's right.
He's in the know, and I try to stay like out of the know,
Oblivious,
so I can
yeah.
ask the good questions that the
Yes.
general public would want.
Yes, love that.
we had a company build a big oversized shed basically
Like this.
with
It's a
yep.
small house. It's
Yeah.
literally this, yes.
It was actually maybe just a little wider than this.
Yeah, not
Um,
much though.
We had like reinforced floors, all that stuff, and then we put a bunch of equipment in there, and it's like a
Shred Shed
home gym.
was
That's
born.
awesome. You have a name
Yeah.
for it?
Shred
The
Shed.
shred shed.
Shred Shed.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, I
Switzer
like
Shred
it.
Shed.
Yep.
Switchers
So we had that.
That's difficult.
Oh, right?
We had that from, was it April we got it or March? I think it was like end of
Well,
March, right?
Yeah.
We had it from March, and up into today, we've officially sold everything in there.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that hard?
Mhm. Yes. So when I was
Bittersweet.
I was taking pictures just to show people of the equipment that we
Yeah.
had, and I found myself getting a little choked up. I was like, I could definitely cry right now,
Womp
but
womp.
it's for a good reason.
It's a learning experience, but this also creates an opportunity
100%.
It opens up a great
for the
big
future.
door.
Yeah,
Yes.
huge door actually. So
That's
like
for sure.
we're not selling it because we like got ourselves in a bad pickle, which is nice. So I'm proud of that.
right.
But we're also getting a lot of money back from it, which allows us to do
Nice.
some other stuff. So that's what the shred.
Yeah.
So some videos on our channel with the shred shed.
Process that whole thing.
Of
It's still like a really cool
Literally,
chapter of the
like-
channel though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then
It's,
delivering it is in there.
I remember
which
watching
was
that one,
so
yeah.
Cool.
and like putting things together, and
Yes.
that was cool. Then we have so workout videos. We have
couple Q&As.
yep, we have some stuff in there about
Some like
fitness or diet, nutrition,
macros.
which I want to.
eating.
She's has her degree in that stuff, so I want to get her.
What degree? What is it?
Just in health and wellness. So I've done a ton of studying with nutrition and different approaches to just overall wellness outside of working out and nutrition. So the mental aspect of things, the spiritual aspect of things, just kind of more of a how would you say, like holistic, not holistic, but like a well-rounded approach to just wellness in general.
I think holistic's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not as drastic. It's not like extreme holistic, like
I love that word.
everything,
I
but-
use it too much.
I think it's appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
It works then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to do some more stuff with just informative
Right.
things,
Mm-hmm.
which is fun for me because I'm super passionate about it and he is also passionate about it, but in the same light, as I kind of mentioned earlier, it's frustrating because
Yeah.
people who don't put that much effort or don't really know that much
Half the
Are
people in the
getting,
fitness
like,
are getting
community
so much
don't
feedback.
know
Yeah.
anything.
Mm-mm.
Like, they know
Oh,
what works
dude.
for them,
Well,
so...
there's
I-
the bro science law, where it's
Right.
like if the guy's bigger than you, he knows more than you.
Right.
Yeah.
And I hate that because, like, I even see that at Gold's, like, Westchester, Midlothian, whatever name is it. Like, there's dudes in there that can go named that, like, drive me up a wall because, like, the slight... I mean, and I'm not going to sit here and act like my crap is in sync and I'm not the perfect form, I'm the strongest. I'm definitely not. And I'll never claim to fame of that, whether you make all the fit crew jokes in the world, you a-hole.
man.
But it just, like, drives you a wall that, like... I think just even like more people ask them questions or go and talk to them, whereas like someone simple as you, just like, you know, walk around like easily probably like one of the most fit, you know, dudes in the gym, and knows what you're talking about, but like don't let that get in your head. And like when people,
He's lying.
but it's like people like never like, hey man, you know, how'd you get so big? Like, but then it's even triple, quadruple that on like Instagram. Like, you know, Joe Schmo over here has 5,000. You know, followers that's just because he posts his freaking abs on Instagram and other posts, not actually posting, you know, nutrition facts or
Right.
like how to do this like good form here and
Right.
why this is beneficial to do this workout after this one
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Well, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, could you say that it's like a professional opinion on yourself, like since you have that training in that field?
Yeah, I would say so.
So we're both licensed physical therapist assistants.
Oh, okay.
So we've gone through school. We like understand the body, how it moves, like the kinematics, all the muscles and joints, etc.
Yeah.
I'm still practicing. She's not practicing that anymore. So I absolutely would give now within my scope of practice. I would say this is my professional opinion. Would I ever say that though? No.
Yeah, you don't
Because
want that
like I think the
liability.
biggest
Yeah.
misconception, especially with social media these days, is you see the best and only the best. I think people lately have been doing a better job of like showing the lows, but even the lows are still some Joe Schmo's best day ever.
Yeah.
But like I see people doing terrible warm-ups in the gym, or they post movements online. Like there are some local guys that have a pretty big following, and they move all like terribly. You watch how they move now, but it works for them because their body and the law of adaptation over the years from working out, like their body's got accustomed to it. Where if you took someone who's a new bodybuilder or trying to get into bodybuilding, they're probably going to get injured.
Yeah.
Especially if they're learning strictly off what they see, you know. Versus if you get someone. That's why I really believe in personal trainers. When you get started. Now there are some crap trainers out there. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
It's every profession has a bad egg. But I think if you can get into the right hands just to get you started to where you understand the kinematics of the movements, why you're doing the movements, and what muscles you're targeting, that base is like so much safer to build off of versus just going in with your buddies and aimlessly, like you kind of get lucky,
Yeah.
you know, for lack of better terms. I mean, some of these people I'm not going to say they have great genetics, but it is part of it.
Yeah.
And also they just got lucky.
Yeah.
They just got lucky. Like they started working out at the right time. They started doing everything they needed to at the right time, and their body adapted better than someone else may have.
Yeah.
And so that's why like the fitness industry is, it's been since the 70s back when it's so superficial that, I mean, and a lot of guys will argue, well, back in the old day, like those guys their form was terrible, but it worked.
Right.
So no one said a word, you know, no one's like calling them out because no one else was doing what they were doing. Well, nowadays it's the same exact thing, but no one's calling them out, you know, because like, well, obviously what he's doing is working, right? But that works for them. So if you take someone who's
Everybody's
like,
body's different.
yeah. And so I think that's the biggest misconception is a lot of people don't understand how your body works, how it needs to rest so it can properly adapt so that you can avoid injury, move on, and get better. So
think you need to start your own business or practice one of these days.
I just like ranting, honestly. It's more fun.
You should. You know what you should do? Start a YouTube channel.
Is that still a thing?
You should.
Is YouTube? How about MySpace?
Can I take the next level? LinkedIn?
Yes. LinkedIn's a big thing now.
It is.
It's really big.
It is.
I make sure to update mine at least once a month.
I actually don't have one. Maybe that might be
Cody
important.
Caruth Fit. You better get one.
Oh my god, what did you start? You wanker.
That's awesome.
Oh, what did you do?
All your biography should say is something about the stash and the weights.
The stash and the weights. That's the new IG.
Stash and the weights.
Stash and the weights. Stash and the weights. Stash.
But then I can never go.
Yeah, you can.
You got a beat now.
Yeah.
But that's just it. Like
You don't want to know how much this stash can bench press.
That's right.
Oh
Oh.
my gosh.
And then you have your own.
the
little
sad thing
logo.
is we're slowly getting somewhere.
You have
here.
Yes.
You have your own little logo of a stash that's like bench pressing.
Oh
Or
my
a stash
gosh.
with dumbbells on the end of it or something like that.
Oh, that'd be pretty
Dude,
sweet.
this is product development right now.
I know you loved your beard, man, but
A
the
stash
Oh, I
is
miss
what
my
you're
beard so
marketing.
much. I would do
Muscles.
anything to have my
Yeah.
beard. I'll give my... No, I won't get my left arm.
You can do all
Maybe.
those all in one.
Yes.
You could give your left testicle for about $78,000.
I would go Lance Armstrong for have my beard back. Yeah, I would.
Wow.
Dude, you know how much... Dude, you know plenty of people that never saw or knew me without a beard until
Yeah,
I
I
got,
know.
like, the job that I
I
had.
never knew you with a beard.
You still look.
Well, that's
weird
just
to
it.
me.
There's people that don't know me with a beard. There's people that never knew me without the beard. Like, I had friends in college for 5 years that never knew me with a beard. And the day I made a post that, hey, I got this job.
You seen a
and
picture of
people
him
were like,
with the beard, right?
I've seen pictures, but I
Yeah.
haven't like.
Like, it was like full, like, I just have good genetics. And the day I had to shave it, I mean, my face just broke out. And then it was bad. It was a bad day. Like, everything was just bad.
You still look weird.
Shut up, nerd. God, I miss it so much. But trying to work on that. But no, the reason I asked, and I guess we can wrap up here. The reason I asked about your own business, because I know YouTube can be a business, but like y'all are both very knowledgeable, and I think just taking a step past YouTube and having something like storefront. So maybe like I was saying earlier, like I like to have my own gym. We've talked about it like with our group, but something like that, whether it's not just your own practice, but maybe having your own. I don't know, fitness consultant or kind of something very like Gold's how it has like your athletic training, but also the part where it helps you with like nutrition, but like just like your own side of things where you can work with other gyms or just maybe be online. Would you ever consider that?
Yeah, the online thing is what.
Would you guys?
Yeah.
Do you guys do personal training or anything like that?
She does.
You do?
Mhm.
Yes.
Online.
She
or
does.
in
Well, she
person?
works for
Both.
Gold's Gym, but she also does online stuff too. Only reason I don't is because I'm just selfish. I really like working out.
More
I don't-
competition, man. If you
I
make
just
other
don't-
people bigger.
I just don't want to make my passion
Gosh,
a
you
job.
share the gains.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
You know.
But
I
it's
got
so
that.
fun.
I know it's fun, and I know it. Like not trying to sound arrogant. I know I'd be good at it because I genuinely care about people who bastardize motions. It drives me insane. So I figure if you can move smoothly, and I know that you look good moving because I trained you to look good moving. Like I can wear that as like a.
Well,
some
I feel
pride.
like fitness is one that you have to almost be arrogant, have a huge chip on your shoulder in a way because you earn that. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Like-
yeah,
like
no
I-
one gave it to you. Right.
yeah, like I tell Diego, because Diego's only 20 years old and I'm 24, so there's just a gap between them. There's a gap between like me and y'all. So what I tell him was like, dude, you're not gonna get big overnight. It's just like Rome was built in a day. You have to. It's gonna take days, weeks, months, years. And it's like a step-stone process. Look at the guys that just get like that. It's because they're shooting someone underneath their arm, or they're taking all these crazy pills, or like you said, sometimes they're just lucky. And that's what I try to tell them is like, in the day, it's patience, but it's also you have to be proud of what you've done.
Right.
That's why like when I see people at the gym, even whether it's Gold's or another one I go to, like his, when I see someone walking around with a little chip on their shoulder, good on you, dude, because whether you were someone that was 300 pounds and now 200 and looks good, or you were 200 now like 300 because you're like, Simeon Panda or someone crazy,
Yeah.
or you're just someone that was skinny and now like, big. I don't know. Regardless, like own that.
That was
And-
you, babe.
That was me.
He was real skinny.
I've actually never seen a picture of you. Get it out right now.
Yes, I'll find it.
Yeah, you can find it
You keep
faster than I
talking.
can. You know what's funny about the whole steroids thing is like, I'm not competing, so I have no need to do it. But
We briefly talked about that.
yeah, we have. They're expensive and they're scary as crap to me.
Yeah.
But like people do it to compete. You have, and honestly, in the sport of bodybuilding, if you want to compete at the really really high level, you don't have to.
I mean, Callum
but it's
admitted
like
to it,
a lot
so
of people
You
try to
kind
do
of
it.
have to. If you can tell when you're looking at the top dogs, like if you were to look at both of them individually, you might not be able to tell. But if you put them next to each other, you can tell right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like you put them next to each other, one guy who's massive, but doesn't roid up, just looks skinny.
Right.
Compared to
They just.
it's not full. You don't look as full.
I have no issue with it like in competition because it's legal in competition.
Yeah.
But I would rather see like, and I have no judgment. Yeah, I have no judgment against if you do it, you do it. It's your life. Like I'm not gonna say a word to you about it. I couldn't care less. But like, I'm just touching on like how you said that somebody lost a lot of weight. I am more like honored or not honored, but like I'm more proud of someone. Not that it matters to me, but when I see someone who's worked their tail off to like lose a bunch of like unhealthy, unsafe weight versus someone who's done a little like some people look dope when they get big and they do steroids and stuff like that. People who do steroids still work hard.
Yeah.
You
But-
have to still.
But I kind of like
steroids don't give it to you.
Right,
They just
yeah,
make it
yeah.
look
That's
easier.
a misconception. It's like, oh, he's on steroids, so he's
It
big.
helps
And
with
like,
recovery. And,
yeah, you can actually look like
Yeah.
crap and be on steroids. A lot of people do that because they think the steroids are going to help, but you have to lift harder.
Yeah.
But I like seeing the people who like change your life. They're like, you know what? I've had enough of being obese and having health issues. I'm over this.
I love this kind of stories.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I like. It's like the rewarding stuff. Now you could still be like, hey man, I was a skinny boy and I want to get huge. That's still rewarding, but it's just if you need a little help, it's not really as healthy as like. There's one guy at our gym that I see occasionally, and he was 307 pounds, and he's down to 173.
Which
That's
one are you talking about?
amazing.
He has a ponytail.
Yes.
He literally still wears the same clothes, so his clothes look huge on him.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's done it about a year and a half. That's a
You're
lot.
not talking about Issa, are you?
I don't.
No, Issa doesn't have a ponytail. Issa is the Jordanian guy. He actually just moved back to New York. I know who you're talking about. Never mind.
I'll point him out next time. He's there often.
I'm pretty sure I know exactly who you're talking about. Oh, the long ponytail.
Yeah. long
Yes. When I first started going in there like a year and a half ago, I remember seeing this guy. I was like, this guy's kind of big, but good for him. He's in the gym. And then I remember I hadn't seen him in like months, but I guess just bad timing. Never saw him. And then I was like, wait a minute, his ponytail got longer. Oh crap, he lost a bunch of weight. We're showing
Okay, yes.
What is
throwback
this?
pictures.
We're showing
of
skinny
How
pictures.
do I get out of
Chris
here?
Switzer fit here with us. Oh my gosh, Skeletor out here, boy.
Yes. Also, check out the style.
Okay, got
Right?
the
All right, guys.
Got the
What's the content of this picture? Like, why are you in a
I
tree?
I was at the
not-
paintball field and I was actually changing out of my gear into my normal clothes. And there's the parking
Paparazzi
spot.
got you on that
He's
one.
taking the Switzer no wiping to extent is changing his clothes.
At the time, though, that was hot stuff. All right.
Provocative.
Hey, I was tight.
He went from like
Yes.
shirtless Mowgli in the Jungle Book to
Yeah,
Two high shorts.
yes, the high shorts.
You had skinny boy abs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like, dude, he's so ripped now. He's just so skinny.
But I think we just hit just hit an hour and 2 minutes. Awesome. Hopefully we're not
Nice.
hopefully not past y'all's bedtime.
Anything
Oh.
you all
We
want
are.
to throw in real quick?
Anything for us?
YouTube name.
Oh,
That-
you
we'll
can,
put it
yeah.
all, we'll put it all down in
You
the
can
comments,
find
but-
us. It's just Chris and Kristina Switzer. SWI. Yeah, SWITZ.
Switzer, not
Yeah, that's right. Not
Switzer.
sir. Yeah. But no, you guys should. You should really connect with Kennedy Care. I think he's going to be a
Yes.
fantastic fit for your.
This is the version?
Yes.
Is
Yep.
he home or is he in Israel still
Okay,
fighting?
I
No, well,
happen
he-
to know next week he has open. So.
Yep.
Typically he's traveling wherever the heck he
Maybe
feels like
midweek
traveling.
podcast we can pull it off.
Be awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna end up being like 15 hours long because I can already see you guys just talking.
Yeah,
about
dude,
him
he-
talking.
That's
Be-
cool.
Between your
Yeah.
experiences and his experiences.
We'll just
That'd be
we'll just
so
cut it up
fun.
and release
And
it throughout
what-
the next year.
Well, in closing, and since you set it up, like we had like the first 3 podcasts. If you actually go back and want to watch any of them,
They're rough.
yeah, but it's because like it's once it goes back to the whole we were saying earlier, the niche. And the first 3 we took as like stepping stones, and they are rough. The first one,
We didn't know our
first
niche
one,
at
the
all
freaking
either.
computer died, but
That's
the
the best
mics
part.
were still recording, and we didn't know it. But we kept it. We didn't edit it. We didn't splice it. We kept it, and we owned it. And I
If you want to listen to that, that's about halfway through. the
I
first
do want to listen to it because I want to hear what you got.
And you'll
like,
you'll
son
know
of
if you've missed it or not because we'll sound like dead. But then like once that
we're
happened,
so mad.
we were so awkward. And then the computer died, and we're like, oh, thank God. And I think I'm like, that was a little rough. And he's like, yeah, it was. And I think we're doing all right. And so, like, and then, like, we're getting up and like we're fixing the computer, and he's like plugging it back in and all that. And then like Cody's like, it'd be really funny if these things were recording. Burp.
Yes, and I've actually gotten 3 compliments, and believe it or not, the first one actually has like, I think it's at least in the, I think
Yeah.
this will be podcast 11, and out of, I guess, what to be 11, it's in the top like 3 or 4 most viewed, because I try to always tell people, if you want to start a podcast, don't start from the beginning like you do everything else. Just skip the pilot, but people still listen to it, and I've actually had 3 compliments that, like, they as they say, you owned it, you didn't splice it, you didn't make it look pretty, like, even the thumbnail's, like, rusty, like, you guys just didn't care. I'm like, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Just be
Glad it
authentic.
came across that we
Raw.
don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Even if you're burping on the mic, so.
No, I
Why
mean,
not?
we appreciate you, coming out. I like getting to know you guys a little more, too, so,
This is fun.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. That's the hard part now is, like, I'm just so busy with my job, and let's be honest with you, I'm already, like, thinking and timeline of my career / life and to where I don't want to, like, do it for a living or for a long time. So, like, this is the closest thing I can, like, do and hold on to my outside life.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I've been, like I told you, I've been working, like, all these buku amount of hours overtime. So, like, when I get to sit down for an hour or two with people that I thought I knew, well, I definitely know even more, like, I love it. And this is, like, what I live for. I think that's why, like, we would love to do it for, I guess
This
you
is
could
a
say
lot of
living
fun.
one day, but, like, definitely something that's more than just, like, a quick weekend thing, but something that's more than a pastime. So, no, I mean, it's been awesome. I know we've been joking and wanting to collab forever.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
So now we'll meet you guys in the gym and
There we go.
Yeah, there's gonna be
Cody
there's
can
gonna be more
throw.
chemistry.
Cody's stash can throw
Next
around some
time-
weight.
Next
Yes.
time, like, no one's going to say anything to her. No one will say a word to her. Greg, the GM at the goals when I get a little, but next time we'll do this in the gym. Right in the middle of the new turf, too.
That'd be
Same
pretty
Dude, you
table.
haven't been there since the new turf's been put in.
At
I
the
love it.
Golds?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, dude, we
Where
should
at?
we should just start doing passing drills like soccer, like old time. Just
Where's
like
the turf
everyone get out of the way.
They
Right in
took
front of
out
the basketball
very
courts.
first row of cardio machines, which was
Oh, I saw
unnecessary
them taking
anyways.
those out.
Yes.
Yes, and they put turf all
It's an
right there.
interesting place.
No one
to put
uses
turf
machines.
field.
I
anyhow,
think it's
so.
great. I really think it's great.
I like
Because
them.
not a lot of people know about the functional fitness room anyways. 'cause
I
it's
like it
kinda
more
like,
downstairs, too.
Yeah.
I like it more downstairs.
Oh.
I like where they put it.
That's cool. That'd be awesome. That'd be really cool.
And honestly, that's what I want to. I want to eventually be on that wavelength. Like, I don't want to be known as Cody the Cop because that's what they freaking call me in the gym, and it pisses
Really?
me off.
I
Yes.
don't. I call you.
Cody Ruth Fit.
That's right.
Exactly.
See,
Which one do you want?
Let's
All
stab
right.
it.
all right, go. To the
Would
second
you
one.
rather?
You have to choose one or the others.
This is your life we're talking about here.
I don't,
The
yeah.
rest of your
You
life.
no
which one
longer
do you
get
want?
to tell us.
Well,
what-
that's just it. Like, I made the joke earlier. When I walk in the gym, like, if I could go home and if it doesn't save time, because clearly you saw I have to come
Yeah, you gotta
back
go
farther.
buy it.
So, like, between time, gas, money, and efficiency, it doesn't make any sense for me to go home before the gym. So that's why I'm like, I'm in uniform every single day. I hate it because everyone, their mother once asked me, if I get a speeding ticket, you gonna help me? Like, no, get out of my face. Like, I can't do that. Like, I will be more than happy to protect
So crazy.
like, I'll be more than happy to help him or her or, like, give him advice. And yes, I've helped people, like, actually
Tell
lower
them
their
to drop Chris's dad's name instead.
No.
deal.
Yeah. Is it illegal to
Just give them a
spit
random
dip out
name.
the window? Is that littering?
People have asked me some dumb questions, dude. Trust me.
What's
I
the
believe you should do a
dumbest?
podcast in that. Just start, like, over the next 6 months, start writing down all the dumb questions and be like, "This is Cody Gruth."
Not even a
Yeah,
podcast.
it just,
Podcast
it's,
will
it just,
do
it's just
37.
you. It's
We'll
just
do a
you.
video of you just like staring dead into the camera, just like listing off one.
Something
after
as
another.
serious but also comically as can be. Just like
Maybe with the hat on
Or-
too and the hardcore tilt down.
I hate that.
We
hat.
can
It's in my
work-
trunk right now.
We can work on our acting skills. I'll act it out. I'll
Can I at least have an
lie and you can
accent?
be the cop.
I'm gonna
What
leave.
kind of accent?
I don't know.
What's your
This-
best accent
Super
right
country?
now on the spot?
Oh my Lana. I don't know. Like maybe like
you literally went to a flamboyant
Southern-
South Georgia female.
Have you seen
Flamboyant
Have you
female.
seen Paradise PD?
That's true.
Have you seen Paradise PD on Netflix? It's
No.
really raw and bad.
Uh-uh.
But like the really fat guy on there, just look up Fat Cop Paradise PD. It's like an adult comedy, but that's how he talks. But it's more like
He said, "Oh my
Is that your
Lanta."
go-to? That's like your
no,
number one?
that I no
That's
no.
just
'cause
the
I-
first one that popped
I'm
up.
thinking, I'm thinking of like comical, cartoonic cop, and Amelia's I thought is I'm gonna show you now.
Oh
It
my
also was
Lanta.
the fat like flamboyant
Oh,
cop
dear.
from Paradise PD. My brother can do his voice spot on. I'll just have to show you after. I don't remember his name, but every time I think of like, can you think of a cartoon cop? I think of him. But
All right, but
Okay, what's your next accent?
I don't know, probably something British.
Yes. Okay.
It's
that's
definitely
good.
British.
Yeah.
Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dropped wanker earlier, so.
Yeah.
Well,
What the
that's
heck?
I use a lot of terminology. Like ever since we went, like it got even worse because we're soccer players,
Right.
and like that sort of. But when we went, it got bad. Like I don't say waiting in line, I say
Oh
queue
my
up.
god, the number of times I say cheers now, like instinctually.
I say it in
Cheers.
I say it in
Cheers.
uniform, and they're like, "What?" And I'm like, never mind."
I
And
mean,
that's
bye.
yeah. So
Cheers.
I mean, it's cool. So I'll do that. But the one video that I want to do, and I think I've mentioned it to him like a long time ago. But I think it's a matter of having the confidence, and I don't think we lack that and just owning it. But it's finding people to help us. I don't want it to be us two. Is doing a gym stereotype video at Gold's. I want to do it so bad. Like,
You know what's funny too is if you want to do it, you don't have to do it with a bunch of people there. It's 24 hours. We'll roll up there at 2:30 in the morning, and then we could literally
That's true.
we could not have to worry about people like because doing that video, you're
Yeah.
100% gonna hurt someone's feelings because they're gonna be over there like,
because they're there.
are they making
1,000%.
fun of me?
1,000%.
Oh, I have one person right in the front of my head right now.
Save it. Save it. I
Yeah.
want to do this video.
Okay,
This is a
so-
good
bad.
idea. I like this.
Wait, what'd you say?
KT tape.
Yes. Wait, did we
Where
tell each?
You told me
All
that. You
wrapped
told me
up.
that.
Yes, that's his nickname. KT tape. You know what I'm talking
Tape
about.
Guy.
He probably knows what
He's
he's talking
sponsored.
I'll
He's
explain.
He
Sponsored.
has to learn.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
Actually, well,
That man
was
spends
gonna
probably
say.
$60,000 a year on KT tape.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yes. Like he spends a salary and a half on that.
Yes. Elbow sleeves.
And from what I was told, I mean, you guys you know best because like working there, but someone told me he works out like twice a day, every other day, or something like that too, without his son. Because one day a week, or like one time a day, it can be with his son, and sometimes by himself.
I mean, I've seen him
have
in
seen
there
him by
working.
himself.
I'll give him that. All the time.
Yeah.
I don't need to say anything else, though.
I will say him and his son have the most unique and terrifying conversations in the locker room.
Never
no.
heard
Oh
him,
my gosh.
Obviously. What?
Quick. Give
Yes,
me the
get
quick
a
and
little
dry.
low
Give me
down. I
one
wanna know
example.
so
Why
bad.
did they never watch this? All right, so just like a couple weeks ago, it was like 6:30 because like I got off like work late, so I was able to change in peace. And then out of nowhere, I hear both their voices. I'm like, oh, I'm catching a cold just from hearing them talk. Like I just feel like it's just I
Did
feel
you get in the sauna and warm back up?
moments later.
Okay.
Moments later. Well, I peek around the corner to see if it's them, and sure enough, it is because like I just knew it. Well, they start like changing and just like wasting time. I don't even know what they're doing.
Meanwhile, Cody's watching.
Yes.
No, I'm trying
Like,
to change.
oh my Lanta.
Sweet Jesus. No, no, I'm still trying to get dressed so I can get the heck out of there because I'm tired of just hearing them exist. So they're sitting there talking about, well, son, your acceptance letter to Nebraska University came in the other day. I'm like, who goes to college in Nebraska?
Hey, if they're going to get me in there, I'm in there, boy.
Dude.
All right, keep going.
Moving
Sorry.
forward.
Yeah.
As one that's been to Nebraska, no. And they're sitting like, oh, well, Dad, I just don't know if I want to go to Nebraska. There's this, what about Oklahoma? I'm like, all right, so you're going to downgrade? And I'm almost like in my head, like commentating their conversation. And it's getting worse and worse. It's like, well, I mean, maybe you could resubmit it because I think your essay could have gotten more points. Or you should take the SAT for the 6th time. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, are you either that dumb or that smart to where you're just trying to better your... Like, it was the weirdest thing, but it kept getting progressively worse. And all of it, like, just kept surrounding, like, well, I don't know, Dad, Nebraska's a nice state.
He's homeschooled.
God.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't know that, but he's probably homeschooled.
Well, that's just it. I've seen, like, during the day, like, on a weekday, and the only way, like, you can do that is unless... Because I don't know how old he is, but his...
He's applying for college,
yeah.
so he's gotta be like high school age.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's no way he's in his 20s and maybe he's like community college and like trying to
Right.
transfer. There's no way. Like, who the heck's going to go from John to Nebraska? You're downgrading even then. And John Doe's not that big of a
No.
hip hip hooray, but oh my gosh.
Well, now that you've pissed off all of Nebraska
Yeah.
and
They're like, wow,
Oklahoma.
definitely disliking this video, and your
That's-
ratings go up.
Still
Exactly.
It does, yeah.
Still
right.
engaged in
If
it.
you hate this video, dislike it twice, please.
Let's just go over every top college.
That's
How
right.
They all suck.
Duke sucks, UNC sucks, ACC. All right.
Please don't do that.
We should do a Gem Stories YouTube video or podcast.
That'd be
fun.
awesome.
No, but yeah, you
So
should.
fun.
You should do the spoof and just do it early in the morning or later.
No,
at
seriously,
night.
I'm so down. Like, Like I keep telling like either him or other people like Diego, like we have a bunch of these videos on the back burner. Just like I have to get out. Like once General Assembly session's over and everything, which is like roughly March 1st or so, like a couple days after, I have all these videos I want to do. Like I want Diego and I have been chatting about doing like a 2-hour like crazy intense workout, like hitting like chest and back or something, and then going to CC's and doing like a 15,000 calorie challenge.
Isn't that what he always does? I feel like he always works out for 2 hours. You guys, when you work out together, it's always 2 hours.
That's why I can't work out with him anymore. I love him to death. Sorry, Diego. I love that kid to death, but he has the energy of like
he just goes like I go in there, warm up, work out for about an hour and 15 minutes, hit 10 minutes of cardio, stretch, and he's like doing a whole different body part. He's like, screw it.
Dude, he's a freak of nature, and props to him. Like he's like a squirrel in crack. Like he'll start with back, move the chest, finish with legs. Oh wait, I gotta do some cardio. Just kidding, I'm doing arms. I don't know how he does it. He does like 5 times a week
full body workout every day.
And he maxes everything, and then remaxes
and
at the end of the workout.
Yes, and he'll eat like 6
with
like cheesy quesadillas and like still be the leanest guy in there.
Quesadillas.
Like, what? I love quesadillas, but cheesy quesadillas, it's tons of carbs and fattening cheese.
Who is Diego?
Diego Villa.
Oh, this little guy.
Yeah. He's not little anymore.
We did a podcast with him. Go check it out.
He's
Gotcha.
He's not the tallest individual, but he's
Muscles and Cars, I believe that's
he's
called.
built real nice.
Muscle cars.
Does he compete?
Trying to shameless plugging herself in her own.
Yeah, I am.
Freaking shameless plugging her own video.
He wants to. He's planning on doing it this year.
Okay.
What?
I can see it.
Competing.
He wants to do like he's the Cutler
Cutler Classic. With he wants to do one in between now and then as like a.
Because the Cutler's what, July or August, but he wants to.
I thought it was in April.
No, it's in August.
Okay.
You guys got plans to go to Arnold Classic?
Mm-mm.
Is that the one in April?
That's one in March.
It's March. That's why we can go to Burt Kreischer, because we're planning to go to that. That's the weekend and day session end. So I'm gonna come out of that thing just like hitting the road to Ohio. Let's go. If you guys want to go?
Probably not. Well, it depends when.
It's March. It's the weekend of March 6th, 7th, 8th.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, we have plans.
A little busy.
Put it there.
I know the plans. I want to talk about nothing.
Wait, the plans for March?
No, but we have other plans that require financial requirements.
It's the 6th, 7th, and 8th. Tickets are like $25 for like entry just for the expo.
It's in Cleveland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Columbus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right, because it's right across the street from where my cousin lives.
Oh,
you can just even cheaper for you
guys
guys
anymore.
Do what?
Yeah. He used to live in Columbus. I don't know if he does.
Gotcha.
I was gonna ask if he has room for like 10 guys.
I don't know about 10, but 8.
I will sleep on his floor. I've slept on many floors in traveling.
Well, after you meet Kennedy, maybe you can just take his Honda CRV because it's like outfitted to live in.
Literally.
That's awesome.
All right, Kennedy, I'm texting you.
Yes. Yeah. No.
I think you sent it to me right here. Kennedy Carey deal.
Kennedy.
Yep. Don't say anything about his left eye though.
You just did, and he's gonna hear it maybe if he watches
He's
an
kidding.
hour.
I'm just teasing.
Kennedy, an hour and 60 minutes and 30 seconds. Don't listen.
That's right.
Rewind and then skip forward.
I will say, if you do have him on, I would recommend recording that one because he's a very animated speaker, and his stories are phenomenal.
Good tip.
I wanted to record this one, but I love the lighting.
That's perfect because we want somebody like we can talk stories with.
Oh, he's your
you're
guy.
about to talk story.
Because we like love sharing our own stories. Once again,
we realized in the first 3 podcasts, this is like our biggest fault with the first 3, is that it was just us two. And like going back and re-listening to it, it was very clear that we can't tell each other stories that we already know.
Right.
Because
you don't get the reaction.
You don't get the reaction. Like when we're going through, like we might skip a very crucial part of the story that we both already know, so we don't know that we skipped it.
And we don't.
But then like when you go back and listen to it, you're like, oh, they don't know who that is. So like,
yeah, it's like
remember
the guy we stayed with Frank, and so like who is Frank? Like if you don't know who we are or like what we've done, like no one cares. So that's why we have to.
You have to have somebody who doesn't know the story to tell them the story.
Well, hopefully you guys can link up. I've been telling him for years, just because he has never really met a stranger. Like he talks to everyone. He has a lot of connections.
He doesn't even believe in strangers, which is
scary
but cool mentality, and I love it. I'm kind of the same way. Like I came into Gold's the day before Thanksgiving last year, and the reason I know that is because like that's right when the time when everyone's getting ready for the resolutioners, the gym's like more poppin', kids are from college. I came in on no one. Within a week I knew like 10 people, but that's because like who I am. I talk to a wall. I'll talk to anyone.
Well, I've been trying to get him to start a podcast like this, and he won't.
If you see me talk to walls,
yeah.
darn!
Yes.
I thought I was hiding that.
No.
He's probably
Very
on
obvious.
the phone.
Now sitting in the sauna talking to that wall.
I'm a little thirsty.
But
I just texted Kennedy, so he is
All
aware
right.
that you may be
Awesome.
reaching out.
cool.
Well,
All
we
right.
appreciate it, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
Cody,
It's
close
so
this out in
fun.
an accent.
Yes, the flamboyant.
Dude, you can't put me on the spot like that.
Close this out.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Cheers.
Hey, young viral.